Today is the 8th day of Russian attack on Ukraine. Archana, my colleague, is now joining us live to understand, to help us understand how far have Russian troops really advanced into Ukraine. Archana, over to you. It's the 8th day today, and we've got some really dramatic visuals from different parts of Ukraine.
Absolutely. Thank you, Hina, for this question. Now, the thing is that day 8 of Russia's invasion into Ukraine, and Russia has made some steady gains into Ukraine's territory. Let's get your map of where the situation is, how the situation looks. Now, this is Russia. These are the areas that are more or less in Russia's control. Let's start with the capital, Kyiv. This is basically till now under Ukraine's control, but Russian forces have sort of encircled the area. Their forces are closing in, but Ukraine is confident. Ukraine is saying that we are in control of the capital as of now. Moving on to the other important strategic areas of Ukraine. Now let's talk about Sumy. This is one of the very crucial parts of Ukraine. Now this has fallen to Russia's control, and Russian army has claimed control over this region. Again, civilian population. There are reports that Russia is targeting civilian population in this area. Let's now move to Kharkiv. Now, this is a very, very important stretch. Now, this is the place where most of the Indian students are stranded. This is where the medical colleges are. This is very close to the Russian border. Russian forces have stationed themselves here. And this is where heavy shelling is taking place. And this is the area which is under Russia's control. Moving on to Luhansk and Donetsk. Now, these are the two places which in a way triggered this entire invasion. Now, after Russia declared them independent, these are essentially controlled by rebels, but it is believed that those rebels are controlled by Russia. Now, in terms of military, yes, they are influenced by Russia. Moving on to other locations, again, Mariupol is a strategic port area, and it holds a lot of significance as far as Ukraine's trade is concerned, sea trade is concerned. Now, this city is, as you can see on the map, yes, Ukraine has so far, it is under Ukraine's grip, and Ukraine, it will be a very big loss if Russia comes and takes over this region. Moving on to another strategic part of Ukraine, that is Kherson. Now, this is the last city, very, very urban, and most of the trade takes place here, and it has about 300,000 people who live here, one of the most strategic urban centers of Ukraine. Now, this after Russia claimed that they have gained control over Kherson. Ukraine has also confirmed that, yeah, indeed, it is in Russia's control. And after Crimea, yes, it was in news in 2014 when Russia annexed it. That was one of the main triggers how this conflict came into being. So this is basically the map of Ukraine, a status check of how the situation is. Extreme, the areas that are close to Russian border on the west side, and down south also in the last 7 days, Russia has maintained and intensified its grip over Ukraine.
All right, Archana, thank you very much for joining us with all of those details. We'll keep coming back